Hi everyone, in this video I am going to be showing you how to access your stories, and in particular the focus of this is this part of the day 5 refresh tasks is to make sure that your stories here, see what I'm doing along here, the stories in these highlights are still active, and if not, clean them up. So I just want to do a quick, some of you might not be totally familiar with stories. So I just want to create a quick and easy story right now, and then explain to you that stories are, I may have already used this analogy in a previous session or video tutorial, but there are various neighborhoods in Instagram. There is where you can hang out, where you can engage and interact with people, right? So there's the news feed. That is the general one where people are posting content, but there's also stories, and stories are 24 hours in length. That's how long they live for. So if I posted today at midnight, then tomorrow at midnight, it disappears. It's gone. It's gone unless I save it as a highlight. Then it resides down here in these highlights under these, in these icons. Okay. And then there's other places that people can hang out in Instagram. So we've got the news feed, regular posts, we've got stories, and then people can also post reels. So these are the 15, 30, 15, 30, and yeah, what was the new number? I think it went from 15 to 30 to a minute to 60 seconds just recently. And what happens when these new features roll out, not everyone gets them at the same time. They get them, I don't even know who and how, but my account seems to be late in getting new features. So I manage 11 accounts for clients, and they get new features before I do. I'm not really sure how that is, why that is. But anyway, so there's stories, there's reels, there's Instagram, IGTV. Now they're just calling it Instagram video, but those are long format video, so longer than 1 minute. Those again are going to be, they actually do go in the news feed as well. So you'll find them in the posts as well. Okay, so basically posts that you put here reside forever. Stories 24 hours unless you save them. And then your reels, if you take a look at the buttons along the top, your reels are there. Okay. And then this is any videos that you have posted, All right. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to show you how to create a simple or basic story. Okay. So on my screen, and I'm using an Apple cell phone, and you might be using an Android, and you might have a different version of Instagram than I have. I would highly recommend, if you're not sure what version of Instagram you have, if it's the latest or not, I would go to your phone and I would actually remove the app and then reinstall it. And then you're going to get the brand new, fresh version. Okay, so we're going to go up in my case, and I might be a little bit different for you, but I'm going to go to the top right-hand corner where I see the plus sign. Some of you might have a plus down the bottom. You tap on the plus, and then it opens up a window called Create. And you can create a post, you can create a reel, you can create a story highlight, do a live video, or a guide. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap on Story. When I create a story, it opens up my gallery, where then I can choose any one of the photos that have been captured using my phone. All right, so what I'm going to do is, just for fun, I'll just select this photo that from dinner. So once you have your photo in place with the story, you can then add text to it. Healthy dinner, right? You can add text, and then you can add stickers. Actually, we just did this whole training today with another group of people. And you can add stickers, which are just fun little animated GIFs and other little questions or polls. And I did that, in case you didn't notice it, there's a square smiley face at the top. So I just tapped on the square, and I can tap on location, and it searches where I am. I can select my location, and then by pinching and holding, I can drag and move that around. That's called the location tag. And then I can go and mention. So let's say my husband made this dinner. And so then I can go ahead and find him by typing in his name. Then it'll come up in the section. I tap on it. Okay, so then I'll just move that down. I'm going to tap back on the square smiley face again. I might get an animated GIF here. There. Okay, so that's kind of how you make a story, just some of the very basic things. And then once you make the story and you're ready to post it, down in the bottom left-hand corner, you can hit those icons. Now I have mine set up so that when I post an Instagram story, it automatically goes and posts to my Facebook stories as well. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on that, and then it gets submitted, published as a story. Now, how do I view my stories? Anytime you're looking at the stories and you see a red purplish ring around it, that means it's a brand new story there that you haven't viewed. And then you simply just tap on that circle and it will show you the stories that exist right now in this moment. And you can see along the top of the stories, let me just move I'll go back there for a second. You can see along the top, there's a line. If there's one solid line, that means there's one story. If there's 5 stories, then that means there'll be 5 little lines or dashes broken up by just a tiny little space. And then you tap and hold on stories to view them, make them stop moving basically. And you can tap top right to move it forward. You can tap top left. Okay, so I'm tapping on my screen right now, top left, top right to move it back or forward. And as I said, tap and hold to pause it. So now I want to find that story that I just created, and I'm going to tap and hold for a second. And what I'm going to do with this story, because it's going to disappear in 24 hours. If I want to keep this alive forever, so to speak, I have to save it as a story highlight. To do that, you're going to see in the bottom right-hand corner, you see that bottom right-hand corner, there's 3 icons: boost, highlight, and more. So I'm going to, sorry, it goes by pretty quick. So I have to go back to it because I can't get it to hold while the image still appears for you. See down here? Okay, see down here? This is where you're going to tap on when you get to the story that you want to actually save in your highlights. You're going to tap on the heart, and then it's going to say, well, where would you like to save this? And then if you have highlights already set up, you can scroll across and look for the appropriate highlight to put it in. If you don't, then you just tap on new, and then you type in, I'm just going to say dinner. I'm going to get rid of this because it really isn't appropriate. But for the example today, I wanted to show you how to do that. And so you tap add. Okay, and now it says that this story has been added to your highlights, and our highlights stay on your profile until you remove them. And you can go ahead and tap on view profile. And then what you'll see is the most recent highlights always appear at the far left. So as an example, if I had a new blog right now, the blog icon is about 8 icons over. If I had a new blog and I posted about it, and then I saved that story to my highlights and put it there, then blog would appear on the, oops, just opened it up, would appear on the far left. Okay, so these are your story highlights. These are the ones that you created and you wanted to save. So what I'm going to suggest to you now is a part of this 5-day refresh is just clean up, make sure that what's there should still be there, it's relevant. So if I tap on the dinner icon and I see the dinner story, and if it's no longer relevant and I want to remove it, I just go to the bottom right hand corner where it says more. Okay, down here, and I tap on that, and then I say remove from highlight. Okay, so then I can remove it, and it's no longer in the highlight. Now, because it's still an active story, it'll be up in my stories. And I don't want that there either, so I can tap on the more, and I can delete it. And it asks me, because my settings are to go to Facebook and Instagram, it asks me if I want to get rid of from both, and I'm going to say yes. Okay, telling me it couldn't delete it from Facebook right now. I have to go there and do it myself. That's fine. Okay. So what you're going to want to do if you have stories is you're going to want to open up each one of these highlights and then just make sure that the story that is there is still relevant and meaningful. And if not, go back. Then you can tap on the more button and you can remove from the highlight. Okay. And then tap remove. If you want to edit the highlight, you can tap on edit highlight. And what happens is edit highlight means that I can change the name of the highlight. Okay, I can change the name of the highlight. This is called sponsors. And I could choose to remove multiple stories from this highlight. So if I get rid of all of these, click done, then it gives me the option, since I've removed all the stories, to get rid of the highlight altogether. And I will do that. So that was a charity event we ran. It's over, it's done. We don't need to see that anymore, so I can get rid of it. This gift guide is another one. Again, I'll just show you. If I tap on that, and then I go to the more button because there's about 30 stories there. If I go to the more button, tap on that, I can edit the highlight. And then I'm just going to go through and remove all these check marks. When I remove all the check marks, then I will be able to, they're all removed. I'll click done, and then I'll be able to delete the highlight itself because the Mother's Day is done. We'll probably have another promotion, put something fresh up there. Okay, so clean up your highlights and make sure that the information there is still relevant and still valid, and it's still speaking the tone and voice that you want to portray for 2022. We're going to end this video now, but I'm going to come back in a few minutes and I'm going to show you in Canva how you can create for yourself some fancy or not on brand, let's say that, highlight. These are called covers, these Instagram story highlight covers. Okay, so if you have any questions about cleaning up your stories, please let me know, and I'll help you answer those either in our session or through the comments. Thanks.